Last week, we stopped at aging workforce. So today, we are going to look at the implications of the aging workforce. Like I told you last week, most of the times you find out that a workforce is about going on retirement is a very serious issue before any human resource manager. So as to relate retirement planning. While planning for this retirement, retraining older workers becomes necessary. The cost of retraining them is always a difficult task. Difficult task in the sense that they are weak, their organs are weak, health-wise, they cannot go extra mile. And the motivating workers, especially those that are about reaching their peak, is very necessary. Man hours are being wasted in the course of training and retraining this group of workers. So in most cases, you find out that organization will struggle with ways to control rising cost of healthcare and other benefits. Organization waste much money in the course of, because at their age, close to 60 to 65, they are in and out of hospitals. Many of tomorrow's managers will supervise employees much older than them. So sometimes you find out that they may not be able to respect the younger ones who are now their supervisors. And the younger ones, in most cases, will also find it difficult to correct them. Let it not be as if one is insulting his elderly ones or his father, somebody that is old enough to be your father. So there is this lacuna trying to bring the old and the new together. So organizations will have a practicable ways of attracting, retrain, and prepare the youth for the labor force, because immediately these people are going on retirement, there is a lacuna that will be faced. So a gap is being created. So as more and more of the workforce reaches retirement age, some companies have set up mentoring programs between older and younger workers so that knowledge is not lost, but rather knowledge will be passed from one generation of workforce to another. Let's also look at the skill deficiencies in workforce. Skill deficiencies in workforce. As a result of the use of computer, so you find out that most jobs are done these days with computers. Most jobs are done nowadays with computers. And some of these old generation people that are about going on retirement, most of them cannot handle computer effectively and efficiently the way the younger generation will handle it. So invariably, there is also this kind of skill deficiency on the side of the workforce that are about going on retirement. A college degree is no longer important as it was. So you find out that what matters these days is your ability to do the job, the ability to do the work. Even in advanced countries, people in Western countries are not paying much attention on physical certificates, but rather your ability to deliver, your ability to have to possess a particular skill. That's what matters most. So you find out that today employers are looking for people that have mathematical skills, people that have verbal skills, people that can talk. Because if you are not eloquent enough as a marketer, I don't know what you are going to market, whether you will go there and market your physical dressing and all what have you. So you find out that employers are looking for people that have mathematical skills, people that have verbal skills, people that have interpersonal skills, computer skills. So the gap between skills needed and skills available has decreased companies' ability to compete. So companies are finding it difficult now to compete because of the gap between the ability and the skill one possesses. So they sometimes lack the capacity to upgrade technology, reorganize work, and empower employees. So this is a very difficult task. There was a time, I won't mention the name of the hospital for security reasons. This doctor has been very, very upright. But immediately a visual now was provided. So you begin to see him doing guesswork because he is not used to that new technology. He needed to go for further training before he could know how to manage it. So all these things are part of the problems human resource personnel face on a daily basis. So organizations and how they interact within the workplace, because human resource is one of the key areas, because without the human being doing the job, materials cannot assemble itself and do the job. It is the human being in the workforce that will organize those materials in the course of doing the job. And all these human beings, there are a cogent need for them to interact harmoniously for the job to go on effectively. And also technical system. By technical system, I mean the equipment, the processes that will be used. Some of the machines, who is qualified to handle those machines and who is not qualified to handle them. All these things are key issues that has to be addressed. The next one is key trends occurring in today's high performance work system. Here we are looking at reliance on knowledge of workers. Most people that work in an organization, how knowledgeable are they? Even those that are knowledgeable, can you rely on them that you have gotten what you want? Or are they the type that will be working with you like passengers? By the time they get to their bus stop, they will just alight. Even you as a human resource manager has much to do. You have much work to do in order to maintain, in order to keep this your present workforce. Even if you have the best hands as it stands, you need to maintain them. You need to keep in touch with what their requirements are. You need to motivate them. You need to train them. You need to retrain them for you to have them for your organization. If not, they will just move to the next organization that are taking proper care of their employees. So the empowerment of employees is made, or the empowerment of employees to make decisions. The use of teamwork, because as a manager, you need to bring them together, carry them along, let them understand you so that you will understand them. Without a harmonious environment, there is little or nothing for you people to achieve as an organization. Now, let's look at knowledge workers. So employees whose contributions to the organization is specialized knowledge, such as knowledge of customers, in some cases, especially in banking industry, By the time you move a bank worker who is a marketer to another branch, maybe outside his base, that staff you need to move to another area, he is the one that has knowledge of his customers. The person to take over from him, he must take that person round and expose him to those customers or those clients so that that new person will continue from where he or she stopped. If not, you are out to lose those customers because the new person that is coming to take over has no prior knowledge of where all these customers are located. So it is also the old staff or the old employee who has perfect knowledge of where to meet all these customers that will take the new person to introduce him to all these customers. Even in some cases in the production and marketing outfit, you find out that some of these customers may be owing the organization. Without the old employee to give all this vital information to the new person to take over, the organization will be losing high sum of money as far as this kind of disposition is concerned. So we also look at knowledge of a process, knowledge of a profession. The profession you find yourself, do you have what it takes to be there as a professional? Do you have what it takes for the knowledge of the process? All these things are very key for the organization. So the organization has to take proper care of all these things and make sure that they are all put in place. Now, they are specially needed for job. In health services, some professionals that are well trained are highly sorted out for. In business services, same thing is applicable. In social services, we need them. In engineering and management, we also need them. So let's look at employee empowerment. Employee empowerment. Under employee empowerment, giving employees responsibility and authority to make decisions regarding all aspects of products, development, or customer service is also of high importance. So you find out that the employee you have given position to a particular task, you need to empower him, and he or she is also saddled with the responsibility of doing that particular job. And at the same time, being able to issue out directives to his or her subordinates. He or she also has the authority to make decisions, and that decisions must be followed and obeyed. We also have employee engagement, which has to do with full involvement in one's work and commitment to one's job and the company. You must be committed as an employee. Being committed is not just coming to work early and closing late. Being committed has to do with your output, your input, and the output. Your input has to do with your contribution, and your output has to do with your results. The result you have gotten at the end of the day. If you put an effective and efficient input, automatically it will also reflect in your result as a manager. So we also have issues associated with higher productivity. I've explained that before. Where your input is effective and efficient enough, automatically is going to reflect in higher productivity. A high returns on investment, better customer services, lower employee turnover. So all these things will reflect when you have done the needful. So let's look at the teamwork. The teamwork, the assignment of work to groups of employees with various skills who interact to assemble a product or provide a service. Take a look at a football competition. Look at the various departments of the football. So you find out that in most cases, we have the goalkeeper at the goal post. We also have the defense area, midfielders, and attackers. These are various departments. And if they don't work together as a team, there is no way they will achieve the desired result. There is no way goals we are expecting as the result will move. There's no way they will score. Because the goalkeeper in his own department will protect the goal area. The defense area will protect the defense area to make sure that the goalkeeper is not exposed. And the attacker, the midfielders, will distribute the passes to those in the attacking, so that the attackers will now find a way or opportunity to score the needed goals. Same thing is applicable in the workplace. All managers, all coordinators, all supervisors, executive directors, up to ordinary messenger, all of them have to work like a team before the objective of the organization is achieved. But if you are unfortunate to find yourself in a place, you will ask for a particular staff to do a particular job. The response you will get is, "It is not my job, it is not my duty." In such place, there's no way things will move well accordingly. So work or teams often assume many of the activities traditionally. Though some of those jobs traditionally reserved for managers, like selecting new team members, it is the responsibility of the manager to select the new team that will work with him, the teams that he believes in, the team that he trusts, that will not put him to shame. He also schedules work, coordinating work with customers and other units of the organization. Because that is the more reason why, in most cases, when you see that a manager has
Hello students, please let's be patient for a lecturer. I guess he's having network issue. Thank you. Please, Dr. Kechuko, unmute yourself and share your screen. Dr. Kechuko, please unmute yourself. Hello, sir. Please unmute yourself.
Good. I'm there. Hello? You can hear me now? Okay, off the phone. Okay. So, please, sorry for the break in transmission. We continue. We stopped at total quality management. Total quality management, like I told you, has to do with job. How the individual make use of the materials within his possession, and also make use of the machines in the course of actualizing his dream. So the total quality approach provides guidelines for all the organization's activities, including the HRM. So total quality management method and processes are designed to meet the needs of internal and external customers. You structure it in such a way that both your internal and external customers are carried along, and all of them must be satisfied at the end of the day. So invariably, Every employee in the organization receives training that is qualitative enough. Not just being qualitative enough, the training must also be of high quality. Being of high quality has to involve the design into a product or services so that errors are prevented from occurring. Because if the training upon has no quality, automatically there is no way it will reflect in the results of the organization. So the organization promotes cooperation with vendors, suppliers, customers to improve quality and hold down cost. It is the desire of every organization to reduce or minimize their cost to the lowest minimum. Because even if you are producing high quality material, you are efficient in every other department, but if you are not controlling your cost, it will rubbish all the profits you have made so far. So invariably, as a human resource manager, as you are trying to improve on the quality of work done, you should also impose it on audit and accounts department to make sure that cost is also reduced to the barest minimum. If not, it will also shrink the profit level of the organization at the end of the day. So managers measure progress with feedbacks based on data. How do they do that? They can carry out quantitative research. It could be market research. They can at times use qualitative approach, that is through interviews, to know from their customers the best way out, or how to manufacture a particular good, what to produce, how to produce it, when it is needed in the market, and so on and so forth. So managers always make sure they make use of all these measure progress in the course of getting feedback from customers, and they do that through data gathering. I will stop here so that next class we'll start with merger and acquisition. Merger and acquisition is not a topic I will start midway, though I have 6 more minutes. Take your assignment for the day. An aging workforce is the bane of human resource management. Explicate. An aging workforce is the bane of human resource management. Explicate. And you are required to submit to my email, valentineekechukwu@yahoo.co.uk. I take that again, valentineekechukwu@yahoo.co.uk. Please, my interest in, I take that assignment once again, an aging workforce is the bane of human resource management. So by writing this assignment, it is 2 sides of the same coin anyway. You will tell us what an aging workforce is. State the advantages and disadvantages. Because you find out that even if the workforce is aging, that does not mean that they are not useful to the organization. There are certain things they know which the younger ones that are taking over from them may not know. That is why every organization makes sure once in a while they revert to their retired workforce in order to bring in a particular skill and maybe use them to train the younger generation. So as you are working on it, don't just be one-sided to tell us the disadvantages. You should also bring to board the advantages of the old workforce. Look at Onibinde. In the last World Cup, in the World Cup of I think 2002, Onibinde brought in Mutua Lepoju. Nigerians criticize him. Why must he bring this an old man that has left national team long ago? But Onibinde told you, he told us, don't bother yourself about that. I know the reason why I'm introducing somebody like Mutu Adepoju, somebody that has experience, somebody with wealth of experience. And at the end of the day, in that World Cup, you find out that Mutu Adepoju, in fact, in short, he was the man of the match. He brought his wealth of experience in that match, and he never proved Onibinde wrong. So such thing is also obtainable in most cases. At times, you see the home-based players playing an international engagement. After losing the match, Nigerians will complain it's because they were supposed to win the match, but because of lack of experience, that they don't have experience. So experience matters most in whatever we are doing, be it in the field of play or in the organization. There's no way you can jettison your old hands and bring in the new generation boys alone and expect them to move forward. No, we need the old and we need the new. That is why even in a family, go to the villages, you see the old papa, the grandpapa, and you see them in the midst of 3, 4, 5 years children. So a combination of both will give the organization the desired result. The assignment, once again, an aging workforce is the bane of human resource management. Explicate. Thank you very much, and have a nice day. Don't forget,